Hey everyone, first of all, wish you all a very happy new year. I'm sure you had a blast last night and now are fully geared up for this new year. But tell me one thing, while having the party last night or maybe on this very first day of the new year, did you make some pledges or maybe have set some goals? For example, changing your job or maybe getting higher salaries. But let me ask you one thing, how exactly are you going to achieve all these goals? Well, cloud certifications can be the right answer. See, the cloud certifications are just like rubber stamps that tells the world that you know your stuff and are most eligible bachelor in terms of new job and higher salaries. But the problem is there are so many certifications out there. We have Azure, we have AWS, we have GCP, Oracle, so many cloud providers. So how to choose the right certifications? Well, in this video, we are concentrating on Microsoft Azure. But did you know Microsoft has over 25 certifications, and choosing the right path and the right certifications can be really overwhelming for anyone who is entering Microsoft Azure. So in this video, my friends, I'm going to tell you in super simple words how to choose the right Azure certification path. So in this video, in the first part of the video, we are going to understand on a very high level what are the 4 certification levels in Microsoft Azure. And then in the second part of the video, we will deep dive into each level and I will tell you a way using which you can be able to find any certification at any level. And then in the third part of the video, I will share with you 3 PDF files using which you can navigate all the certifications and get resources such as links to the Microsoft instructor-led training, then links to the Microsoft self-paced training. We will also have the links to Microsoft virtual training days, and then I will give you access to the exam preparation videos. And not just that, we will have access to the practice assessment on Microsoft Learn. And finally, my friends, I will give you cloud games on Microsoft Learn. So watch the video very carefully. Do not miss any part or you will miss some important resources. And I promise you, this is going to be one of the most useful video for you to start learning Microsoft Azure in 2024. So first of all, my friends, you need to understand the overall structure or broad categories of Azure certifications. Now, Azure certification, all the Azure certifications can be broadly categorized into 4 major categories, or rather, I would say them 4 major levels. So firstly, we have fundamental certifications. These are, of course, for the beginner level. So in case you are absolutely new to the Microsoft exams, then fundamental level is just for you. Then we have associate level, which is also called the intermediate level certification. So in case you have some knowledge of IT or maybe some cloud or you know some part of Azure, then intermediate level is just right for you. Then we have expert, and as the name suggests, it is for the pro level certification. And lastly, we have specialty certification, and these one are for those who are concentrating in one specific area. Now friends, in the second part, let's check out all these certification levels in more detail. So first of all, we have fundamentals. Now the Azure fundamental certification is ideal for the individuals who are new to the field and who do not know much about the IT or the cloud but just want to begin. So basically, you could be a complete fresher. You could be just passed out of the college, or maybe a student, maybe a housewife, or you could be a seasoned professional but in some other field. But now you want to master the basic of Microsoft Azure and get ready for the future as cloud computing touches every part of our life. And certifications at fundamental level can be your starting point. So these certifications validate your functional knowledge of cloud concepts in general and also Azure in particular. As a candidate for this certification, you can describe Azure architectural components, Azure services such as compute, networking, storage, as well as the features and tools to secure, govern and administrate Microsoft Azure. And friends, although the Microsoft Azure recommends having skills and experience working in the area of IT, but seriously, I don't think so. Because I've seen lot of freshers, college graduates, students even learning Microsoft Azure and doing the fundamental certifications. Now let me show you a way using which you can find all the certification in fundamental level. So here you can see that we have to open learn.microsoft.com. So I am on the home page of the same, and now on the top section of the page you can see this link which says credential. Click on this, you will reach to this page here, and on top section this here you see Microsoft credential, and just below that you can see this browse credential. Click on this one. And now you reach to a page which shows you all the certification in Microsoft Azure at any level. So here we can see, let's concentrate first on the fundamental level so that you can browse the certification at your level. So let's check that out. Here you can see that we have a lot of information given. We have this filter which says products. We have to scroll a little bit more. We reach to this roles. Then we have levels. So this is what I'm talking about. So here we have beginner, intermediate, advanced. So first of all, now that we are concentrating just on Microsoft Azure, we will first put a filter in the product section. Here you can see we have a lot of products. We have .NET, Azure, Dynamics 365. But let's say that we are only concentrating Microsoft Azure. Let's put the first filter. Now we come down and we put one more filter which says beginner. So here we can see, my friends, we have a lot of certifications, and here you can see that we have 9 results. But let me squeeze it a little bit more. I will come to this section here which says credential types, and here I will just choose the certification filter. Here it goes. Now you can see that we are left with 4 choices. So here you can see, first of all, we have Azure AI Fundamentals, we have Azure Data Fundamentals, Azure Fundamentals, and lastly Security, Compliance and Identity Fundamentals. So you can see that we have AI 900, DP 900, AZ 900 and SC 900. So let's very quickly understand each one of this. So first of all, we have Azure AI Fundamentals, which is nothing but Azure Fundamental Exam for Artificial Intelligence. And here you can see in this certification, you will be mastering the basics of AI, artificial intelligence, that can help you jumpstart your career and get deep dive into the other technical opportunities that Microsoft has to offer. So in case, my friends, you directly want to jump into the Microsoft Azure AI, then this is the certification. And once again, the exam code for this certification is AI 900. Similarly, we have other certification at fundamental level. We have Azure Data Fundamental, and in this certification offers you the foundation that you will need to build the technical skills to start on data in Microsoft Azure. You will be mastering the data fundamentals, and best of all, you will be learning the concepts of relational and non-relational data. And not only that, you will also understand the types of data workloads such as transactional and analytical. And then, my friends, we have the most popular Azure Fundamental certification, and that is none other than Azure Fundamentals. This one is AZ 900. I must say that this is one of the most popular Azure exam. So let's check out what all is given here. Well, this exam is an overall overview of Microsoft Azure. You will learn the computing concepts, models, services such as public, private and hybrid cloud in this exam. And then you will also understand the infrastructure as a service, which is IaaS, platform as a service, PaaS, software as a service. You will also gain some expertise on how Azure supports security, privacy, compliance and trust. Very important certification in case you really want to start Microsoft Azure. This is one recommendation that I have you for all. Now that we are talking about the security part, we have one certification specifically for this one, which is Azure Security, Compliance and Identity Fundamentals. And in this certification, you will understand and demonstrate your knowledge on Microsoft Security, Compliance, Identity solution. You will also understand how Microsoft SCI solution provides holistic end-to-end cyber security capabilities. So these were all certifications at fundamental level. Now let's gear up and take one level up, and now we have intermediate level. Now friends, the intermediate level or the associate level certifications are ideal for the individuals that have some expertise working with the technology but want to gain a deeper understanding of subject matter. And these certifications are designed to validate your skill and knowledge in a specific area of technology such as cloud computing, data management and software development. And also, my friends, Microsoft recommends at least 2 years of comprehensive work experience. Although I've seen a lot of people directly jumping to the associate level certification, even skipping the fundamental exam. So you can actually do the intermediate or the associate level certification without even doing the fundamental exam. So just so you know, very important point. And let me tell you one thing, my friends, I've seen so many people directly jumping onto these certification. So as I see, you do not need to have 2 years of working experience in IT or Azure cloud or any other cloud to achieve these certifications. Now let's check out what all certifications do we have at associate level. So once again, we are at learn.microsoft.com. I will clear the filter. Let me clear all the filters. I will just keep the Azure filter as it is. Now I will choose all the certification at intermediate level, and then I will go back and just choose the certification. So now you can see that we have 16 results. You can see we have a lot of certification. We have Azure AI Engineer Associate. So first of all, you saw that we had AI 900, and this is the next step. This is AI 102. And yes, my friends, this is one certification that I'm trying to achieve as soon as possible in year 2024. And then we have Azure Administrator Associate, which is AZ 104. And let me tell you, my friends, after AZ 900, this must be unarguably the most popular Azure certification. Then we have a lot of other certification. We have Cosmos DB, we have Azure Data Engineer, which is DP203, and a lot of other certification. You can check them out, all of these here. And I don't want to bore you with all the details of all these certification. I will leave the links of all these certification in the description box. Please go and check them according to your level. Now let's move on to the next level, which is expert level. Now friends, Microsoft Azure expert certifications are for those individuals who are IT professionals or developers, or maybe data professionals who have a strong background in cloud computing and want to design end-to-end solution for Microsoft Azure, considering infrastructure, apps, data security, and a lot more. Then we see that Microsoft recommends that to be eligible for this expert level certification, you must have at least 2 years of comprehensive work experience in designing and implementing solution that runs on Microsoft Azure. But as I said, you can actually achieve these certification as well without having to work for 2 years. And yes, my friends, I just want to say here that the associate level certification and expert level certification are not easy. They really require some respect and preparations before you do these certification. So please dwell into the concepts well, practice in Microsoft Azure, and only then attempt these certification. So now let me tell you all the certification that we have on expert level. On the same screen, I will clear the filter once again. I will keep the Azure once again, and then we scroll down and choose expert or advanced level this time. So here you can see, my friends, that we have many certification. Once again, I think I forgot this one here. Yes, now we have 4 certification that we can see here. First one is Azure Solution for Architect Expert. This one is AZ305. And then we have Cybersecurity Architect Expert, which is SC100. We also have Azure DevOps Engineers Expert. And the exam code for this certification is AZ400. And the last certification is Power Platform Solution Architect Expert, which is PL600. Now let's talk about the specialty certification. As I see, these certification do not have its own category, because all these certification, as I see, can be fused or merged into the other 3 categories that we just talked about. But just for the sake of simplicity, let's understand this as well. So the specialty certifications, my friends, are designed for the professionals who want to validate their expertise in one specific area of technology, such as security, data, or artificial intelligence. For the individuals who have working experience with the technology and want to gain deeper understanding of subject matter. And friends, here you need to understand one very important point about the specialty certification, that normally to earn these certification, you must pass the associate level certifications. And friends, to find out all the certifications at specialty level, this is the simplest way. First of all, go in the filters, choose Azure. Here you can see that Azure, and then in this search bar you can simply put specialty keyword, search for it, and now you can see that we have 4 certifications. First of all, we have Azure Cosmos DB Developer Specialty, which is also known as DP420. Then we have Azure Virtual Desktop Specialty, which is AZ140. Third one is Azure for SAP Workload Specialty, and the last certification is Dynamics 365 Customer Insight Specialty, which is MB260. Okay, so now you understand all the 4 levels of Microsoft Azure certification, but I am sure that you must have heard about the Microsoft role-based certifications. So what are these role-based certifications? Let's understand that. So Microsoft Azure offers role-based certifications that aligns with the specific job role and responsibility. Now these certifications are designed to validate your skills and expertise in various Azure job functions. Each certification is associated with a specific job role and its respective skill set. Now once again, we are at learn.microsoft.com. We have already talked about the filters, which is called product. Now let's focus on this filter, which is called roles. Here you can see we have different roles. We have administrator, we have AI engineer, app maker, business analyst, business owner, business user. So basically a lot of Azure or Microsoft roles, and you have to align these roles with the job role that you are doing in your company. So whether you are doing an administrator or you are an AI engineer, DevOps is your game, or what are you? Maybe you are a data scientist, data engineer. So accordingly you have to put the filter here. Now let me pick AI engineer. So here it goes, AI engineer. So here we can see all the certification that Microsoft has to offer for the Azure AI engineer. So for example, at the fundamental level, we already saw that we have AI 900, which is given here. Then at the associate level for the AI itself, we have designing and implementing a Microsoft Azure AI solution. And similarly, my friends, like I have chosen for the AI, you can also go for the data engineer. Let's pick the data engineer. Where is it? Let's say this one. So we have data engineer. Now here you can find all the certification at all levels, be it beginner, intermediate or expert level. You can find all the certification according to one job role. And friends, as I see it, this is super practical and efficient. You can actually assign all your learning, all your certification with the actual job role that you are doing. And one thing I want to show you one more on this page here, that you can combine and mix and match different filters. For example, let's clear out all the filters that we have. So first of all, let's say that you're only focusing on the Microsoft Azure certification, and now let's say that you want to just be a data engineer. You can pick that filter as well, data engineer. Now as a data engineer, you may ask yourself that am I starting my career, or maybe I already have some experience. So in that case, you have to change your filter accordingly. Let's say that you're starting your career. In that case, you can pick all the certifications at the beginner level. Similarly, you can tweak and play around with the filters and the certification and choose the right certification that is just right for you. And now, my friends, let me share 3 PDF files with you. Using these 3 PDF files, you will not need any other document for the Microsoft Azure certification. So let's check out the first PDF file. Here you can see this one is the first one. It says become Microsoft certified. And in this PDF file, Microsoft has divided all the certifications in some verticals and horizontals. To start with, we have Azure, Dynamics 365, Microsoft 365, Power Platform, Security, Compliance, and Identity. So Microsoft has also segregated all the certifications in different horizontals. Here you can see that we have fundamentals. We also have role-based. We just talked about them. So here you can notice that we have, to start with, Azure Fundamentals, AZ 900, AI 900, DP 900. And if you come to the role-based, then you have all the other certification, AZ 104, very important and popular certification. I just mentioned that. And then you can notice all the other role-based trainings and the certification. So this gives you a very clear picture of all the certifications, and you can actually align all these certifications with the actual job role in your company. And then we also have one more level here, which is specialty. We talked about that. So this was first documentation or first PDF file that I have for you. Then I have this one more PDF file, which is Microsoft Azure training and certification. And in this PDF file, once again, of course, you can find all the certification that you have, but this PDF file gives you a different picture of all the certification. Let's say you want to start your training journey and want to become IT pro. In that case, you can do certifications such as AZ 104, AZ 500, AZ 120, and it also gives you the basics. So what are the basics that you should cover before you attempt these associate or expert level certification? So here we have once again AZ 900, and you can also learn what are the prerequisites for becoming Microsoft Azure administrator. Similarly, you can find all the certifications at different various levels. You have hybrid cloud IT pros. You can also check out the basics for it. Then you have the expert level. Of course, check out the basics for it. So in this PDF file, you can find all the certifications and also the prerequisites for the same. Then I have one more third PDF file for you, and which is this one. And this PDF file is one of my favorite. Here you can see, to start with, it says Microsoft Azure training journey. Now you can see that this was last updated January 2024. Which is kind of very quick from Microsoft. We are standing on the very first day and it is already updated. Now here in this PDF file, you can of course read all the index. Then you can actually understand what is Microsoft thought process about the certifications and the learning. So here they have divided the entire landscape of learning into these verticals, or you can see these zones, which are like manage hybrid cloud infrastructure. And you have support with data and analytics. Then you also have innovate in the best in class apps. So this one, as Microsoft indicates you, the manage hybrid cloud infrastructure, This is for the IT pros. You also have developers, and not to forget data and AI pros. So all in all, this is the entire landscape of the certifications and the learning. You can of course read all the details here, and links to all these PDF files I have shared in the description box. So please go and check them out. But let me give you more details on this PDF file. So let me start from here. So let's say, for example, let's say that you are at the beginner level. So you want to do AZ 900. You can see that here. Let me zoom in a little bit more. So you can see that we have AZ 900, which is a course. By doing this course, you do this exam AZ 900, so you get a fundamental certification. Now let's say that you are looking for other resources for preparing the exam. For example, you want to see where are the instructor-led trainings, you want to see where are the self-paced training, Microsoft virtual training days, or maybe let's say that you want to have the exam preparations, questions, answers, practice assessment on Microsoft certification. All this information is packed and compiled in this one PDF file. So here you can see that, let's say we have this AZ 900. Click on this one hat here, which is kind of a graduate hat that you might have seen in a lot of pictures. So let's click on this. What is this? This one is self-paced learning. So when you click on this, you will reach to a Microsoft web where you can find all the trainings, all the self-paced trainings. Similarly, if you go back, you can find other resources as well for the same training. Let me come back to the certification. Here it is. So let's say that now you want to see what are the different Microsoft virtual training days for AZ 900. In that case, you just need to click on this, which is a sort of a calendar kind of icon. You click on this and then you land up on this Microsoft documentation that will give you information about all the training days that are coming for AZ 900. So you can find all of that here. So similarly, my friends, you can find all the other resources about one particular certification. You can find all the games here. Let me show you the games part. As I told you, there is a game part also in this PDF file. Let me show you. Let me scroll a little bit more. And yes, now we reached the game part. Here you can see that we have cloud games on Microsoft Learn. So in case you want to really dwell into or dig more on the certification and your learning, take your learning to a new level, then you can go for these cloud games on Microsoft Learn. Really interesting. Go for it and learn Microsoft Azure. And friends, I have also compiled a list of best courses available in both Udemy and Coursera. You can find the links for those courses in the description box. So friends, today we covered a lot of ground. We started with the Microsoft credential website. There we learn how to find the certificate at beginner level, intermediate level, expert level, and also specialty level. And then I told you how to find the certificate based on your role in your company. And post that, I share 3 PDF files with you using which you can find any documentation or any resource on any of the Microsoft Azure certification. And also, my friends, you can use these PDF files or this Microsoft credential website to browse through other certification as well, not just Microsoft Azure, but Power Platform, Office 365, Microsoft 365, anything that Microsoft has to offer. Now coming to the end section of this video, today we saw that we have lot of certification in Microsoft Azure. So do you need to do all of them? Well, of course not. You have to focus in some specific area. You have some best certification in Microsoft Azure that you should target. Now you may ask, what are those certifications? The best one that I will tell you in the very next video. So please do subscribe to the channel and press that bell icon so that you don't miss any notifications of any our upcoming videos. And do share the videos with all your loved ones and also with your friends who are doing Microsoft Azure. And yes, in case you want to extend your learning, visit our blogs and you can also join our membership to get the PDF file for any of our video or exam cramps. We also have some really super successful video series, Q&A exam practice question series on lot of certifications that we just talked today. And that's all for today. I will see you in the next video. Till then, stay fit, keep learning, and thanks for watching.